Welcome to the Love, Hate, Laugh Show.
I hate this goddamn name. It's dumb, but I couldn't think of a better one, so I was just like, you know what? Use the fucking name that you like.
Okay,
then-
how are we sounding right
Oh,
here?
that's
good.
That's cool.
Can you go deeper in your register?
Yeah, not so high.
So sexy.
the bucket?
Where is it? We were doing that because Janet looks like she's wearing a Batman mask all the time.
Oh, does she?
Well, she just like, or it's kind of like more like that mask that's on the cover of what is it? Sia? No. Who has? Oh my God, what is her name? Andre.
Agassi?
No.
3000?
No.
Nicotina.
Grande.
Ariana
Grande.
Grande.
Nailed it.
Andre. Oh, Ariana
Andre
Grande.
Grande.
mixed. Andre Grande.
Andre Grande. Who's that?
Yep, that's a person, dude.
She had a mask on? What was the mask?
Yeah, on one of her albums.
Oh, it was. Yeah, she had a basically it was like a bunny ear mask,
with
but
like
it covered her eyes.
Oh,
Paul-
yeah. Okay, I have
Pull
seen
it
that.
out.
How do you spell Andre? Is that with it?
Andre Grande. That would be a kind of a fun name though for an artist. Andre Grande kind of has like a nice flow to it. This
I like it.
mask. That's what
Ooh, yeah.
Janet
No,
looks
that's the
like
one.
she's wearing all the time.
I'm
Yeah, there
sure-
it is. See that?
Oh, yeah. I'm sure you could get one of those for a dog. I'm sure that exists.
Yeah, as like a
It
for
must.
like people that put their dogs in Halloween costumes.
Or
Um,
just casually dress them every day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Who
Yeah.
are these sick people?
We kind of are those people. Yeah, Nick, if you want to just hit that, let's get going. This is fun. Very excited. You want to
Yeah.
start us out?
Welcome, bienvenido,
Bienvenido.
a la the Love,
Gracias.
Hate, Laugh Show.
Yes.
I'm producer Paul, and we'll hand it off to the host, and I'll be quiet the rest of the time. No, I'm kidding, but go ahead.
I'm Bjorn RG. You can follow me on all platforms, Bjorn RG Comedy.
I'm Nick Scalzone. You can follow me on Instagram at Nick Scalzone Comedy. And Bjorn, you have brought a guest.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, he's in
He's a
my
retur-
studio too, but he's one of your friends.
yeah.
So you can
Returning guest, the hilarious skateboarder, photographer, good friend, Nick Weber.
What's up, everyone? Thank you for having me.
Yeah, dude.
Good to be back.
Dude, yeah, you were back shooting photos for me for Bearskin, and I was like, dude, we got to do the pod again. That was so fun. So it's
Yeah,
fun
it
to
was
have
so
you
much
back.
fun last time, and yeah, happy to be back.
I feel like all of like Bjorn's old friend episodes get like a lot of numbers for us.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then continued numbers. So like we got to shout out Zach Diekman, who now listens like every episode.
What's up, Deekman? How are the chicken wings I'm sure you're currently eating? Let us know in the comments.
Wait, he's into chicken wings?
Well, yes. I mean, of all
who
the times you
isn't?
went to Buffalo Wild
That's
Wings
true.
with him,
That's
Lord
true.
knows.
Wait, was he always like making that suggestion?
No, I feel like we were all just going to B-dubs kind of at the time for Boneless Thursdays.
Oh,
that was,
that's right.
That was a big
This
night.
is in Bozeman.
Yeah.
This is in Bozeman,
Yeah.
yeah. And
The B-dubs in Bozeman was like one of a few
Oh.
places that you could go. But it had the specials.
Yeah.
That's the
Thursday
last
Boneless.
damn B-dubs I've been in was the one in Bozeman.
Ugh.
I used to go there, but I've never been to one here.
Because the food's actually good here.
Yeah. I was like, I would have to go so far out of my way to get to a Buffalo Wild Wings
Yeah.
here.
It's over by the airport.
No, there's one in the middle of downtown too.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's kind of.
But yeah, I'm kind of good on
I'm going
that.
to the airport tomorrow.
Yeah. We could go. On the way. we
Ruin
could-
my flight.
Yeah.
So you guys are
Let's
into
do the Blazing
BWW.
challenge. Yeah.
Okay, so well, that's what I paid for the Blazing Challenge for Deekman to do.
Yeah.
And I shot photos of him like devouring these hot wings because I made like a skate zine when I was living in Bozeman.
I remember that.
And so I just wanted to have these insane photos of Deekman just pounding these wings with like sweat all over his forehead. His nose was running. It was the photos were pretty gross, but we all laughed
That's
a
awesome.
lot. And that's what's most important, really.
Yeah, I never did the challenge. I ate a couple that were like toward the high end though. And I remember those were the ones where like as you would breathe in, like with the wing approaching, you were just like, "Oh no."
Yeah, what have I done?
You could smell the pain.
But you're not going to like order like less hot wings. You're not gonna like flag the waitress down and be like, "Hey,
No, you couldn't. You can't
I
send them
messed up.
back. You just
No, you
just
can't.
have to. Yeah, you have to. You grow as a person.
live with your choices."
Yeah.
yeah,
You have to. You make it through a tough time.
yeah.
You come out stronger.
Wait, you guys were talking about cheap beer and the temperature that you have to have. It needs to be ice cold. I liked this. It's like because we have a broken fridge, and so everything is just the temperature of our basement room.
Mhm.
And you were saying like you don't want to drink a Busch Light because it's not quite cold enough.
Yeah, I would not. I don't. With cheap beer, I want it cold.
Yeah.
I feel like once it gets warm, it just kind of, it loses everything. It just becomes nasty.
It
But if it's like ice
becomes
cold, it's very refreshing.
Oh, so it has like one
yeah,
redeeming
like an
quality.
ice cold
Yeah.
Coors Light or Busch Light or Miller Light or whatever
Mm-hmm.
is delicious. But a warm any of those is awful. Whereas I feel like IPAs and shit, they serve them at like not room temperature, but a little colder than that, but not like cold.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Like an ice cold.
Yeah, I had a lot of Keystone Light last summer. I was in Montana actually at Holland Lake, and I was with just like friends from college, and yeah, we bought a bunch of Keystone just to, I don't know, just for nostalgia.
It gets the job done.
A 30 rack of stones.
Cuba Keystones, yeah,
Cube.
which were like $17
For
in
30.
college. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like that is reckless.
It's a
Shouldn't even be
Pretty
like that.
solid deal.
Yeah, it's a great deal.
That's
But
why.
yeah, they
That's
were
why you
pretty
had to
tasty.
beer bong 2 of them just to
Yeah.
start your night,
Oh my
just to feel something.
Did you guys shotgun? Just like in
Oh,
your
yeah.
30s, just shotgunning?
Ooh, I honestly can't remember the last one I've done,
Mm.
but
I feel like a Keystone is a pretty solid beer to shotgun.
yeah, and that's when you want it to be like kind of warm, you know, so it just goes
Mm.
down like way quicker.
Yeah, because if it's ice cold, it's a brain freeze
Little
as well.
Slightly painful.
So here's some scientific evidence,
Oh.
empirical, if you will, like a empirical stout. So serving temperatures. So cask beer should be 50 to 55 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay.
A stout 50 to 60. A pale lager a little bit lower, 38 to 45. Dark lager 41 to 48. Pale ales 45 to 50. IPAs 45 to 50. Lower strength stouts 45 to 50, and sours 45 to 50. So they're all kind of in that 45 to 50.
Except for stouts, which can go up
Okay.
to 60
60.
degrees.
Yeah, so those could be a little
Warmer.
Burn your tongue
little
on it.
ambient
Yeah.
temperature. But the pale lager goes all the way down to 38. So
Yeah, that's like I think that's the category that every cheap beer fits into.
Yeah.
Is pale lager with an
Yeah.
emphasis on pale.
well, I think it's you have to numb your tongue out a little bit from the cold, so you can get over some of the bad flavors, if you will.
I've never noticed the bad flavors. I just notice an absence of flavors.
There we go.
That's
There we
usually
go.
more of what it is, and I'm good with that.
There
It's
you go.
like I feel like a hot seltzer's pretty bad too.
Ooh, yeah.
Warm
That's
seltzer.
not good.
I can't do a room temperature LaCroix.
Yeah.
Fuck
No.
that, dude.
No.
That ain't it.
Got to do it on the
No.
rocks at that point.
You're just like crawling through the desert and you happen upon a hot lime LaCroix. You just keep going, I think. I don't
like-
know if you drink it.
I feel like it's always been one that's like in my car and I'm thirsty and I'm like,
And
let's
it's a
go.
car hot.
it's like car.
It's
hot.
not just room temperature. It's car hot.
car
Yeah. Just about
Gross,
to explode, too.
gross.
So it's like tea with carbonation.
Yeah, yeah. It's like a
But
carbonated
bad.
hot
well,
tea.
we were talking about this when we were grabbing coffee the other day too, about temperatures of coffee, right? Like you either want it hot or you want it
or ice cold.
ice cold.
Yeah.
Like room temperature coffee.
is kind of gross.
Who's any of you? Nick, are you a fan of room temperature coffee?
I'm not a fan of it. I'll drink it.
Yeah.
Like if I get a cup of coffee, I mean the end of it's probably gonna be room temp, and I'll just
Mm-hmm.
crush it.
Okay,
You can drink it fast at the end.
that's true.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say right after it stops burning your tongue is probably optimal.
Ideal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that? Tepid, when it's still pretty warm but not like scalding.
No,
Tepid.
That's
No,
how
I would
that's how
say
I
it's
order my
hot.
coffees. Tepid.
tepid. I would
With
say
a
is
scotch, a scotch.
What does the barista say after you say tepid?
tepid.
Fag. No, I was joking.
Tepid doesn't sound like it's good. That sounds room temperature and has been out. That's what I get from tepid. I don't know why.
I was thinking it'd be funny if you played because you were saying people would play beer pong with the cheap warm beer.
Oh yeah.
I feel like us now we'd be like, let's play with LaCroix and just like
Oh yeah.
just really get into the game of beer pong.
Oh, actually, yeah.
Like,
The competition.
the competition is
Why not
really
just
what I'm
play
there
with
for.
water and then drink beer?
That's
Like
mean,
keep
yeah,
the
that's
two
like-
things.
I
separate.
have seen that.
That's the logical thing to do.
Like where you don't actually put beer in the cups. You
yeah.
just
If you're
use
really into
water,
it for you know
Mhm.
the
For
competition,
the
And
sport,
then you
for the
have-
sport of it.
and then you have one like off to the side and you like take. But then you got to like kind of figure out how much they're actually drinking because you could be faking it. Because isn't
Yeah.
the whole thing about getting drunk, right? That's sort
I
of
think the whole thing is about just draining these shots.
yeah,
yeah, dude. I don't
Mhm.
think you approach this sport with the right attitude.
Yeah, it's
Athlete like
oh.
myself, my focus is putting up numbers, dude. That's what I'm
The
up
stats, you
Yeah.
know?
Stats.
to. I'm a
it's
numbers
not.
guy. Dude.
Yeah.
I did always because Nick was bringing up a really good point. Like, that's funny saying that because then it doesn't matter who it was. It could have been either of you.
It's
Nick was
irrelevant.
bringing
Yeah.
up a really good point.
Yes, I
when
was.
he said that it's
Per
like
usual.
yeah, it like goes all over the room and there's like dirt and whatever, and then they dunk it in that one cup of water that's after a few minutes is not. No one's changing it. Like it's always. I remember when they were like, I was like, wait, what's the water for? They're like, oh, to wash the ball off, and then I was like, gross. This whole thing is kind of gross, and it's just
Everything
always,
about it is disgusting.
it's always
sure.
in like a sketchy basement with asbestos, probably. And it's
I
just
think
like-
the asbestos is the least of your concerns. That's probably one of the more pure substances down there.
and then,
So
You're losing focus
like-
from draining these shots.
Yeah,
Bjorn.
like-
Yeah.
Your mind is not in this game.
I'm thinking about the dirt that's getting on the ball. Oh my god.
It is gross though. Just like all that shit you do in college, and it kind of just doesn't matter. But then thinking back, it's like that's so fucking disgusting.
Yeah. I remember cleaning up after parties and just being like all the open beers and then having to dump them out or like finding an open beer somewhere weird in your house.
and you're just like, how?
And it's like you pour it
who
out and it's just
made their
all
way
mold.
here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Also that.
Nothing's
Who are my
worse than
friends?
like stale, day old next morning beer
Just-
too.
well,
maybe
when you're
next morning.
hungover,
Oh my god.
and you're like, and everything's like a little sticky. It's
Yeah.
so
Mm,
gross.
and then you just smell a beer.
and then you just and you're just instantly
just
just
like-
sick
Just
all
throwing
over
up
again.
for-
yeah, it just
Yeah.
smells like bread, but like not in a good way.
Exactly. That yeasty. Oh, gross.
Nick, I don't know if you were one of the people that were at this for my like kind of going away party when I left Bozeman. I cleaned my house as I lived with these two girls, and I totally cleaned the house. And then I went to the skate park, and I was going to leave the next morning early. And somehow we all ended up over at my house playing Flip Cup and just made the hugest mess. That's the one where you like drink out of a cup and then you're like flipping it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
and then I had to stay an extra day and clean the house again before I left because a bunch of my friends came over and just got beer all over the tables. And because we were playing the Flip Cup, you like chug it and then you like put the beer up. I don't know, the cup upside down
it does
and
go
try
upside
to
down and
flip
you
it over.
flip the rim. Yeah.
So there's just beer flying everywhere. It was like I was scrubbing like really high on the walls and just like somehow we got beer everywhere.
I don't necessarily remember if I was at that or not. I must have been.
I know Race and Will were, but
Okay.
I can't remember who else.
I remember there was a party kind of right before you left town, and it was kind of like later in the night, and we were all like pretty drunk, but I remember you were eating ice cream, but you were like distracted by something, and then I like poured beer into your ice cream into this bowl, and then you just kept
I just ate
you
it.
just kept going for it. Yeah. It's like, does he not? Okay.
Realized that I was like, I just thought it melted.
Yeah,
Just,
I don't know.
Just going for it.
I think
Oh
that
my
was. I want to say that was that party, but I don't know.
God. Yeah. All right. So should we? Do you want to?
I like that this episode, Eliza leaves and it immediately like turns into an Asher Roth song.
Oh my
It's
God,
like, dude. Remember that time we got fucked up, dude?
I do. It was so
that
fun,
was
bro.
fucking dope,
I-
dude.
So fun.
I don't think this will ever come
I
up
love
again.
college,
so I
bro.
have to bring it up. But do you remember our friend? I'm not gonna say his name, but he had like 5 going away parties. Like he kept
Yes.
throwing, but
Yeah.
then didn't move away.
Yeah.
It
Because
was
the
like,
party the previous
Yeah.
night was awfully
There was
crazy.
always
He's
these
like, they
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
love
Taped
me.
it.
I'm just gonna stay another day.
I'm gonna stay.
God, they bought me all this beer. That was
But
awesome.
it would be like
Now I
it'd be
gotta
like
drink all this
weeks-
beer.
It'd be like weeks later, and then he'd be like, "Yo, I'm having a going away party again," and we were just like,
yeah.
"Weren't you gonna go away before?"
It
kind of
happened in
like
like different towns too, because it happened. There was like 3 in Bozeman, and then there was some event thing all of us were in Missoula for, and that was another kind of like going away.
going away party for this same person, where it was just like,
Who
"What?"
we love.
Yeah, who we love, but it was sort of like having a going out of business sale and then keeping the store open and then just doing it again.
It's like, oh, actually, we made enough off that sale, dude, that we
that
could
we can make it
Yeah.
as a business.
Cool.
can pay people for
Keep
another
it
week. Let's go.
Actually, there is a law. If you do a going out of business sale, you have a certain amount of time before you actually have to close the business.
Oh, damn.
Like it really is a real thing.
Okay, that's probably for the best. Maybe?
Because
Yeah,
people
maybe
would
not. I
do
don't know.
exactly that. They would
Yeah.
like call their business "Going Out of Business LLC."
It's the perfect plan, really.
It's the best name.
All right, Paul, what do you got for us?
So
What are we
one
doing?
what are we going to start with? The love or the hate? Love.
Yeah.
Okay. So if we're gonna start with the love, I brought one. Bjorn. I love pugs. Clearly, I have one. Half of one. Gay. No, I have one. There's one that comes to my comedy show every week at Neighbor's Tap Room.
A different one than the one you have.
Different one.
Okay.
Cooper? Was that
Boomer.
Boomer? Damn it.
Boomer.
And it is kind of funny because he barks sometimes, and then we just get to yell like "Okay, Boomer," or we're like "Shut up, Boomer." It's so funny.
That was probably so funny the
And-
first time.
No,
Oh.
it's still funny. It's still funny
Is it?
every time.
Keeps going.
Yeah, because his timing of his barks is very. He waits till there's a pause, and then he'll bark in there when he has a space,
Okay.
and it's very disruptive. And it's funny when you're just like, "Shut up, Boomer."
All right, and so you love pug. Why do you love pugs? What about pugs
What about pugs?
sets them apart from the many other smushy faced dogs that there are?
They're just they have this like silly kind of goofy personality. They're soft. They're pretty docile. I've never met like an aggressive pug ever. Like I mean, like they'll do aggressive moves, like they'll pee on stuff, but like in like a spiteful way. But I don't know. They're just like they're nice lap dogs. I don't know. I that's probably why.
They are the ultimate lap dog. Even in my mom's case, shoulder dog.
Ooh.
Because her pug, Rosemary, whose full name was Rosemary
Oh,
Potato
Rosemary.
Muffin. That was her
Rosemary
Christian name.
Potato muffin.
We would be driving, and my mom would always like take the dogs everywhere we would go in Missoula. And Rosemary would always. This is like before I had my license, so I'd be sitting shotgun, and Rosemary would hop up onto my mom's lap and then hop like behind her
Behind?
shoulders and rest on her shoulders in between my mom's neck and the headrest.
Mm-hmm.
And that was just the commute to the grocery store. Rosemary was just up there, just loving it.
When I brought Bucket home the first day, I like was trying to keep him in the seat, and he kept crawling up onto my shoulder, and I was like worried. I was just like, he was just like in my hoodie, and like he wanted to be up on my shoulders. I don't know what that. He doesn't do that really anymore. Occasionally he'll go up on the back of the couch, which is
Okay.
really cute. They're like cat dogs. They got big eyes. Their ears are really nice to touch. Like they're nice to pet. And I don't know. They're just big balls of fluff, and I really like them.
They are. I agree with that. They are extremely cute. I do like the flat face.
Yeah,
Even like the snorting is like. I think that's
It's-
cute. That's good quality.
yeah. The snorting is cute. The farting is cute.
Yeah.
like,
They're just a little bit of a hot mess.
yeah, they're like
Yeah.
a little bit
And
of a
that-
hot
Yeah,
mess. The
absolutely.
snoring that they do is very cute.
The health problems they have.
The health problem,
Maybe not as
adorable.
cute, but
all
well,
those,
cute.
all those
It's
extra
cute.
vet bills. Just
Yeah. Ugh.
the cutest.
To die for.
Just-
Just put a bow on them.
Just love chef's kiss.
Ooh.
What about a Pekingese? Isn't a Pekingese like a long-haired pug? Because they're they're from the same place, I think. Like
Yeah.
and they're smushy faced and cute.
They're a little smaller. I haven't really interacted with many Pekingese.
I like the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like that there was one in The Big Lebowski that wasn't even a Pekingese.
Okay, yeah.
They're so flowy, you know?
I don't.
Or no, it was a Pomeranian
I like.
in The Big Lebowski.
I like dogs that they're kind of low maintenance too. Like, I mean, you gotta wash them because they can get a little stinky.
Yeah, this thing looks like
but
a
you don't
mop.
have to really
I feel like it would
groom
pick up
'em.
a lot of dirt.
This looks like you have to brush it, and
I feel like
I'm
you let
good.
that
Like
run
blow
around.
dry that thing.
Yeah, like
You
they-
let it
Yeah.
run around before the party.
Yeah.
You clean up before
Oh,
everybody
yeah.
plays.
You can't really afford a Roomba,
beer
but you
pong.
have the Pekingese
You
already.
could get a Pekingese,
Yeah.
and that's like a broom.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
the original
That makes sense.
Roomba. Like, you just have a Pekingese. You just throw treats all over that floor. Let it do its thing. Oh, I love that idea.
Pekingese, they're pretty cute. Yeah, I've never really interacted with one, to be honest.
Yeah, I
they
think-
are pug-ish. You
Yeah,
know?
but they seem less popular, and I'd like to
Yeah.
know why.
yeah.
They're little. I like them. I like pugs because you don't have to like walk them a ton. Like
Yeah, they don't need
they
too
don't-
much.
but they like to run around and they get the zoomies every once in a while and they are just like, but they're really good for traveling. Like Bucket's great in the car. He'll just like sleep the whole way.
Okay, so follow up.
Yeah.
You also have a not a pug.
Not a pug.
And you got that after you already owned the half a pug.
Yep.
What was the reason that you didn't just get another pug?
We almost did. We looked at it. The one thing is they can be a little stubborn. And I was a little nervous about that. And I've always wanted a Boston. I love my Boston very much, but she's a lot. Like she's a lot.
Well, she's also
a
a
handful.
puppy.
But
Was Bucket way less of a
Bucket
handful
was
at that
way
age?
less of a handful. Like he would catch on to stuff a lot quicker, and he like, I don't know if it's personal. He just kind of like he's more go with the flow, and she's got like a lot of attitude, and that like he just learned how to walk on the leash. Like she was like, no, I want to go this way, and you're like just very defiant and very uptight about things. Like if something wraps on her tail, she like flips out. And Bucket, like you could step on him and he would just like move his paw and just like why are you like no yelp, no nothing, just kind of like pull it out of the way. Whereas she's gonna like, I don't know, run around and start barking at me, or it's a lot.
Pugs are very easygoing. Rosemary, again.
What was the rest of the full name?
Rosemary Potato Muffin.
Potato muffin.
That my mom came up with that.
What was the origin of that, actually?
Yeah,
I kind of don't remember. I think Rosie, like Rosemary, that was like the initial name, but then it was just like baby talk. You know how
Yeah.
we do.
Yeah.
Oh,
just,
it's
like,
just like
keeps
she was
going.
just talking to the dog. She's like, Rosemary,
You potato.
muffin.
That's my muffin.
Yeah.
Just
yeah,
like,
yeah.
okay.
She was R.I.P. such a sweet girl. She kind of like toward the end of her life, like she couldn't walk as long. You know, she couldn't go for like super long walks. So my mom, bless her heart, bought a baby stroller
Yeah.
and put Rosemary not in the top part where the baby goes. There was this like little shelf underneath for, I'm sure, baby accessories.
Yeah.
And she would put Rosemary in that. I think Rosie just like fit better down there. And Rosie felt, she felt good because she was going on a walk. My mom had other dogs at the time too. So they're so like the pack was out. But like my mom said she got the weirdest looks from people at like the trail. So it's like this old woman just pushing
An empty cart.
baby carriage. Like how insane does that look? If
And
you're
she's
just out
talking
there-
to a good girl, Rosie.
Yeah. Like, oh my God, this poor woman.
My little potato muffin.
That's so sad.
She's got Tourette's saying potato muffin. Oh.
Because is there such thing as a potato muffin?
There's potato bread.
I don't know.
Like there's
yeah,
potato
why not?
pancakes. Why not a
Yeah.
muffin?
Well,
Yeah.
there's potato bread, dude.
Oh, that's true. So
There
you could
has
make
It's
to
like
be
one of the best kinds of hamburger bun.
There's got to be a
Oh, yeah.
rosemary
Yes,
potato
there's
muffin
potato muffins.
somewhere in Portland.
Is there look up a rosemary potato muffin if that's a thing that you can get?
Yep, it is.
Okay.
Rosemary potato muffins.
Oh my God.
Send that
There
to
you
your
Sweet
go.
mom.
potato
Wow.
Send
Mother's
the
Day's coming up.
recipe.
Can I get a
Yeah,
share?
yeah, for sure.
Wow.
Well, while you guys are talking, I thought I'd pull some fun pug facts that you guys may or may not know, but we'll just go through a few of them. But Buddhist monks used to keep them as pets all the way as far back as 400 BC.
Wow.
They were obviously bred to be lap dogs or neck dogs in this case, right?
Dogs.
Their face wrinkles are a badge of honor, so they actually were bred this way because they create a pattern in the wrinkles which resemble the Chinese character for prince. So when
Wow.
we call
I'll be damned.
when we call Bucket Little Prince,
Yeah.
it's because he is a prince.
There's something to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he'll be sitting on the couch and he's just the highest point in the living room that
Yeah.
he can get to.
So the most popular theory about the breed's name is it came from the marmoset monkeys, which were also known as pug monkeys. Marmosets were popular pets in the early 1700s, and their face looked very similar to the face of
Okay.
pugs. So,
Okay.
Jez, I won't go through all of them, but there's some really cool,
What
things
were
about
all of
pugs.
your pug names that you had of? Because there was Boris. Was Boris?
Yeah,
a pug?
Boris. He was the last pug my mom had, and then
That's a good pug name.
yeah, it's very fitting.
now you need a Natasha to go.
I
with
know.
that.
I was
Oh my
like-
god. Boris was great. He was like pretty stubborn. He was the only male pug we ever had,
Okay.
and he was potty trained, but he would still just shit on the floor and
yeah.
just get home from school and pick it up and just like, damn it, come on.
Little
He
brat.
was super stubborn, but he again extremely cute. So yeah, that was our last pug we had. Rosemary was the middle pug, and then the first pug we had was Burgoo,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Burgoo.
like Bergoo, and that's like a. I don't know how we arrived on that. My mom is from West Virginia, and it's like in West Virginia hillbilly lore that Burgoo is the name of a stew that's made out of squirrels.
Okay.
I don't know how we arrived on naming the dog after squirrel stew. I don't know.
Squirrel stew.
I have no idea.
It's also a city in West Virginia.
We went. We went. It's this super tiny town in the middle of nowhere. We were visiting whatever relatives we had out there at the time, and we had a rental car, and we drove through the woods and got to Burgoo. And there's some disposable camera photo in the attic somewhere of my dad and I like standing next to each other
to the
with
side.
Burgoo, West Virginia, unincorporated.
Nice.
That's
Yeah,
so
right
funny.
behind us.
So is it Paul? Is it made
Yeah.
of?
So it doesn't have to necessarily be squirrel, right? It
It's
could be-
Kentucky's most famous stew.
It's any meat. So
Wow.
it dates back
What an
before the
esteemed
Civil War.
position at the
God.
top of a long,
Wow.
long list.
So it's before the Civil War. It was invented by a French chef. There's typically 3 different meats in it, and plenty of vegetables such as corn, okra, and lima beans.
All right.
So there you go.
There we
That's
go.
pretty cool.
What was
Wow.
that? What was that thing you were telling me about where you were talking about this pug
Mhm.
and someone got upset?
Oh my God.
Like,
Yeah, I was at like a friend's birthday party, I don't know, a couple months ago, and we were talking about pugs. This girl was like telling me about pugs, and like her brother was gonna get a pug or something. I don't know. It was it was just like a boring conversation. I was just like, yeah, I don't know, yeah, whatever. But I was like, yeah, my first pug was called Burgoo, which is a stew made out of squirrels. And she's like, squirrels? They're made out of squirrels. I had pet squirrels. And then she like, then her Uber like I guess showed up and she just like stormed out. I was like, oh my God, did I just like ruin her entire night just talking about my pug I had as a child?
You know, if that is what ruined her night, maybe her night wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, yeah. I felt like I don't know. I felt like kind of embarrassed about it. I was like, oh, that's what even happened there?
No,
But
that's
just for
not
like a
on
minute,
You.
and then I was like, wait, that was the dumbest thing that could
Yeah,
have ever
no, if
possibly.
she was mad about that, she might have been the same girl that was at Bjorn's comedy show
yeah, where
in
she got,
Bozeman.
where she got
Oh.
mad. I have a joke where I sing.
Yeah, don't put on a Shaggy song. around this
I sing Shaggy
Whoa.
in it, and she got upset because it was very triggering because her parents used to bone to that song. So just hearing it, I don't know,
Okay.
because her
Which,
dad's
to
name.
be fair, does sound scarring. But
I could see how
he
it could
was
be,
like
yes. Yeah.
angry as if Bjorn was supposed to have known this fun fact.
Like how
Insane.
dare
And like
you
he
do
did that
Yeah.
to her.
at her.
Yeah.
Like I did research before the comedy show.
Yeah.
Like, I demand a full list of the audience and all their triggers so I can be ready for the show.
Just like yeah.
Shaggy definitely.
He just
Squirrel
didn't
definitely.
vet whether or not Mr. Boombastic had any
Yeah.
bad memories for
Any
anyone in
bad
the crowd.
memories.
It's like 99% fond memories and then one very traumatic memory.
I love how she just took that personal though. Like the squirrel story was like you were making like
Yeah.
Like you
said,
personally
you-
had
Yeah.
been making squirrel stew that day.
or-
yeah, I know. It was like that's kind of how I
Like
felt.
you were advocating for more people to make squirrel
Yeah.
stew.
We
You were
gotta
like, you know
kill
what we
every
need
squirrel.
to do is kill squirrels
God.
and make more stew.
Yeah, she was pretty drunk too, so I was like,
Mm.
none of it matters. It's fine.
maybe she thought you said that you only fed your pug squirrels.
Oh, okay.
Stew.
Yeah.
Like but even then, it's fine.
I mean, if you had squirrels you had to get rid of, then arguably the
What are you gonna do?
ethical thing is to feed them to
What are you
the
gonna do?
pug, because
It's a
otherwise
circle
you're
of life kinda
wasting
thing.
an animal.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Exactly.
Do you ever
The
watch-
argument could be made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
do you ever
I would
wa-
make it. I'm making it right now.
I gotta find
goddammit.
her on Instagram and just hit
Yeah,
her with
just
all
be
these
like,
bullet
hey,
points.
by
Yeah,
the way,
here's all these points of things I wish I said.
Or
We
just
broke
send her
this
pictures
down.
of stuffed squirrels.
Yeah, stuffed squirrel.
Oh my god.
Oh man, whenever I see a squirrel, I'm always just like, they do look like rats. Like really, that are like really into climbing.
Yeah,
Like, they go
it's
to the
that
climbing
tail.
gym.
The tail's cuter though, but yes.
Yeah, no, that
I
is a
mean,
cuter
yeah,
tail.
Oh yeah.
basically are.
Yeah.
But it's like they're basically like
They can dino, you know.
yeah, they can.
That's a
dino-
climbing move,
Is
by
that a climbing
Yeah.
term?
Squirrels are pretty badass. Like when you watch them climb between trees, they do some very
They
athletic
just
moves.
leap. They just go for it.
Every now and then, when you watch one kind of fuck up and
Yeah,
like miss a
mhm.
branch
Bounce
or
off
like
the ground.
like
Mhm.
like fall or trip or something, and that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but animals just seem like they're so good at everything they do that when one of them like trips or something, I laugh pretty much every time.
They're probably not just burdened with the overthinking that humans are.
Yeah,
I think
no,
that's
they just-
that's
They
really their
send
strength.
it pretty
They
hard.
do, yeah.
Yeah.
They
No,
just
they don't
send
think
it.
about it. Just all
no
instinct.
risk. I mean, yeah. Oh man. So do we want to do the hate
Yeah.
now?
Yeah.
Are we ready?
I'm like hardcore.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Doing terrible transitions. My segues are just awful. Speaking of
Speaking of squirrels,
squirrel stew,
we're going to talk about some things we hate.
things we hate.
I, Nick Weber, I hate.
For the record, everybody listen up.
For the record, it's on the record. I hate parkour.
Ooh.
Good one.
That is the dumbest fucking thing.
Okay.
It's
Clarification. Parkour or park whores?
Parkour.
parkour. Parkour. Yeah, yeah.
Parkours are fine.
Yeah. People will tag me in. I don't know. I feel like parkour is kind of like. I think a lot of people consider it like skateboard adjacent,
Mm-hmm.
which is infuriating.
Yeah.
But people will like tag me in it or like post it in group chats, and they're like, "Oh, this is so cool," and it's just someone like spinning.
Some of the moves
My-
are super silly.
It's so silly, and I feel like people just look so dumb, and I just don't understand. I just don't understand how you are even drawn to it. It's so fucking stupid. It's my blood is boiling right now for no reason.
I feel like parkour versus skateboarding is like, I feel like you would either do one or the other. Parkour seems way more pretentious than skateboarding.
Okay, I could see
Like
that.
if you're like a pretentious douche and you want to do an activity where you jump off of shit, you would probably do parkour.
Mhm.
Whereas like if you're less of a pretentious douche and more of like, I don't know what somebody who wants
mean-
to listen to punk rock music or something.
I-
I don't know. I never skated.
Yeah.
I assume that's what they do. And you're still jumping off of shit, but like it's a different mindset, I think, that makes you
Yeah.
choose.
It just
And you would choose one or the other.
it just seems like so lame. I don't know.
I mean, I've watched
I'm biased, but
some
whatever.
of it. I mean, sometimes they jump a long way and then
Of
don't
course.
get hurt, which is like,
Of course.
I don't know how. If I fell that far, I would fucking fall on my face and be injured badly. But
It's like 20 feet up, however high it is.
But
they land and they
also,
roll. Cool, that's great. They were
maybe-
able to do that, but something about it, it's just so fucking stupid, for lack of a better term.
it
I
is
don't
pretty
know.
dumb. It's like the
it-
amount of time it would take to learn to jump 20 feet and not get hurt. You could gain a good skill
Well,
You could.
that
does
perhaps
feel-
would earn you money at some point.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of skills that could be learned in that time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it does
You're
feel
correct.
like it's skateboarding without a skateboard or wheels. Like,
yeah,
it's-
but also like some weird, like lame, like almost like breakdancing is like put
Yeah,
in there
where there's
too.
like a little bit of, but like there's no beat really, and it does kind of feel like they're just you do the same shit when you bail on a skate trick,
Yeah.
except it's like, what if we did that without the board,
Yeah.
without the intention of landing a trick?
Yeah.
What if that was the trick?
Yeah.
Is that I just jump off the stairs and then do a
They're like,
somersault?
I don't know, man. That seems
Like-
super stupid.
That seems really lame.
You could do
Let's
that.
call it something.
That did make me think of something. Here's a counter argument I just
Okay,
thought of.
Okay.
To play
okay.
devil's
I'm
advocate,
open to it.
parkour does not require any equipment at all. So maybe you guys are just sitting on your fucking privileged high horse over there, shitting on these kids that just they couldn't afford a skateboard, so they just jumped off of shit with what the fuck they had. And you guys are just looking down on these kids.
It doesn't seem like
Unbelievable.
it doesn't seem like a poor man's sport though. It seems like almost like weird, like hipster kind of douchey.
It feels like someone's like wants to do gymnastics but doesn't want to be gay.
It's called a French word, dude.
It's
Okay.
straight gymnastics, right?
It's a French word.
okay, because you're
Because
out,
it's
you're
in the streets.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you wear
Okay.
jinkos.
I just feel like parkour. There's no like culture behind it. There's no like history behind it. It's just this like new. It's like scootering. I don't know. Scootering
Yeah.
somehow seems like somehow cooler. I don't
Yeah.
know.
No, dude, scooters are fire.
They're way cooler.
They're for
than-
people
That's
who
what's up.
don't actually want to spend time like learning
Learning
something.
how
You
to
just want to
yeah.
zoom around a little
Is
bit.
And I
parkour?
respect that. Yeah.
I like a scooter.
Yeah.
That's,
Versus like
that's as far as I
There's
ever got.
free
I could
running
do a bunny
is
hop
another.
oh,
on
man.
a flat piece of pavement,
Oh.
and that was the only trick I had.
That's a good time.
Yeah, I
What was
enjoyed
the
it.
question?
Is,
Paul?
is parkour to skateboarding the way that wiffle ball is to tennis?
Or
No, I bet it's pickleball. to
Pickleball.
tennis.
Pickleball
It's,
to
the,
tennis.
it's that
Yes.
new shit.
Is
Yeah.
it like the pickleball of
That's
tennis?
now all the
Yes.
rage.
Yeah, everyone
Yeah.
loves pickleball.
Yeah.
I don't know. I keep
if,
It's
hearing
all
that.
the rage.
but you had to play it with your hands and no ball.
Yeah. yeah.
Could you, what other sport do you remove the main component
remove the
and
main
still do the
component.
same? Like you're at a ping pong table, just no ball, just air.
Just
It's like miming. Is
It's
it like,
like
miming?
tennis
Is
versus
parkour like
Wii
miming
tennis.
skateboarding?
Yes, it's mime.
It's like a
Wow.
mime
skateboarding.
sport.
Okay, that I like that a lot.
Yeah. What are you miming skateboarding?
Yeah. Get out of here.
Get out of here.
I think sometimes with some of this stuff, I think it highlights the ridiculousness of something like skateboarding, and that's why it can be infuriating as well. Where you're just like, it's sort of silly. Like I do remember one time I went to a skate park with some friends, and one of my friends wasn't into skateboarding. He was into parkour, and so he just was at the park just doing backflips and like just doing moves on the, and I was like, this is so lame. I really
Yeah.
want to ask him to leave.
I'm sorry, dude. I love
Can
you, but
like, can you go do that somewhere else?
it's so. I'm
Like,
sorry.
because it was just like mostly small ledges and stuff, and he was just like running. He was like waiting his turn, and like while we were like skating a ledge, and then he would run up and just like run and do like a flip off of it. It was just like, why are you here? Who brought Timmy? This is dumb.
Oh man.
Come on, Tim. Where is he now?
So
I don't know.
I did look up the history of parkour. You guys probably already know this, but it started in France in the 1990s on the outskirts of Paris by a gentleman named David Bell, who developed it as a concept of art and movement.
Yeah, that's pretty annoying.
So yeah,
Nick's like, I'm back with you guys.
yeah.
Oh, I was always with you guys. I was just trying to.
There
I was
is
just trying to shit on you guys too, just to have an idea.
You got to, yeah.
there's
Yeah.
Skateboarding is so easy to shit on too, by
Yeah.
the way. But
Yeah,
There's
no,
certain-
it's
Yeah.
definitely not hard.
I do find myself every once in a while like seeing some parkour stuff, and it's like, yeah, when they do the
Yeah.
big stuff or jump off things or do the flips and the spins and all that, that's cool. I'm on board. But then some of the stuff where they're just like kind of like they'll just be like a bunch of logs and they're just like kind of jumping between them, and I'm like, what am I doing with my life?
yeah, why am I watching
Why
this?
am I watching?
I'll be honest, most of the parkour footage I've ever seen has been like in part of a fail compilation video. So I've seen
Yeah.
like the best of the best where
Yeah.
they like jump to another building and then fucking miss and
I
just plummet.
I do love the idea of parkour fail videos, and it's just like people
fall
falling
through a roof.
downstairs.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like the episode of The Office with parkour where they just like fall in a dumpster and break their legs.
It is so silly.
It's like, am I doing parkour when I walk up the stairs to leave this place?
yeah. Like
What's the exact
think
If you have some
destination?
bounce in your
Yeah.
step, I guess.
you have a little bouncy
You know,
step.
or no. If you get a walking start, like a speed start to it, maybe.
Ooh.
Are
you
You guys can
thinking-
slingshot me into
Are
the
you
stairs.
thinking about the artfulness of the way you walk?
Yeah.
Because in that case, you're doing parkour.
Okay.
But if
okay.
you're not, then you're a regular person.
What if
Yeah.
I'm walking downstairs and I skip one? I like skip the bottom step. And then
Ooh.
jump.
But why
Yeah.
did you skip the bottom step? What did that
Yeah.
symbolize?
what within me?
It's
has
more than an
compelled
action.
me
It's
to
the reason and the
Yeah.
purpose.
You jump the last three only if you.
It's
Were
a
you trying
lifestyle.
to make
Go
a
into a
larger point by skipping
Yeah.
that step?
I
One
think
skip step for man.
Maybe I was,
One step for mankind.
I think if you skip the step and then go into a dive roll, then it's parkour.
okay.
But
God, it's so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty dumb.
there is some. It's
Pretty
just so funny where they're just like going all around on a thing, and it's just like you're kind of going to the same point where you started a little bit, but it's like why?
Yeah,
There's some elements of climbing because you're into climbing.
Yeah.
There is
Climbing's
that.
cool. I mean, there's rules there, you know? It's like, it's more like thought out in a way. You kind of know where you have to go, at least in the gym. It's like, you
I would
kinda
argue
know.
that climbing's actually pretty similar to parkour. Because you're
You could make
basically
that argument. I
in
was just
both
trying to-
in both activities, you're just getting somewhere else the hard way.
Fuck. Do I do parkour?
You do parkour, dude.
Fuck,
You
vertical
do
love
parkour.
parkour.
Yeah. You're just have a destination. You're like, what's the least safe way of getting there? It's like you could walk up the backside of the hill, just take a leisurely stroll in the afternoon, or you could hang your ass off the edge of a cliff and potentially fall to your death.
So I
And
pay
you
an
chose-
annual fee to go to a parkour
Yeah,
gym?
you
Is
do.
what you're telling me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fuck.
Yeah. That's what you do. Climbing.
Wow.
Just pretending you're a squirrel, bringing it all the way back.
Oh my god!
I hate squirrels.
That's why. Parkour.
R.I.P. And then I just pour beer on your carpet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's-
No, that's fine. It's fine. If it's an R.I.P., you pour beer on
Yeah,
it.
it's fine. If it's an RP, that's fine. Any other case, it would be a big no-no. But yeah. I always think of with climbing. I remember growing up, I knew somebody who like a family friend that was really into climbing. And when I saw the Mission Impossible 2, I don't know if you remember the opening sequence. Tom Cruise is doing like some free climbing
Okay.
in like Utah, and he does this like crazy jump where it's very unnecessary, and he has to jump from
Ooh.
one thing to the other, and he has like no ropes or anything, so he like
That's a
almost
dino
falls.
right there.
That is
Mhm.
okay, but there's this point in which he's like he like moves where his back is to the wall, and he does this like spread arm thing so that they can. And I remember my friend being like, "You would never put your back to the wall, especially if you were like hundreds of feet up. Like that is the highest risk move."
Did he have a gun that he was like shooting
No,
at
there
a
was no-
helicopter with or
no.
something? Okay.
This is the opening sequence. He's just out
Just climbing.
This
it's
is
a
just
leisurely.
him climbing
recreation.
alone.
Wow.
In the opening
Okay.
sequence, before he gets the mission. He gets the mission when he gets to the top. Spoilers for a movie that's super old.
Fuck.
But yeah, there's this opening sequence. He's like hanging with his back to the wall, and you would never do that as a climber, like ever. Yeah, there it is. You would never do that move.
Oh my God.
You would never do something that would put you in this position, where your back
that
is
seems
to the wall.
Maybe extremely unnecessary.
And then there's this
But
like
I'm no Tom
tense
Cruise.
close up of his face.
Was that actually him climbing too?
Probably, honestly. He
That's just nuts.
You see that clip of him? It's like he's doing his own stunts, but he's like strapped to a plane that's like taking off.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And then they like get
They-
rid of like the straps.
Yeah, they did
That's insanity.
They did it a bunch of times too. The plane took off like 20 times to get all the
You're like,
angles for
Tom,
it.
just don't. Why? Please don't do this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he did a bunch for the new one, so I don't know. Sorry, that was a weird tangent, but we should do some love hates. I'm
Are we ready to
I
do
think-
some love hates?
Yeah, let's do it.
So this is actually kind of a little different.
Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna combine the love and the hate, and we're gonna rate some performances, shall we?
Oh, okay.
Welcome to the Pug Parkour Olympics. You guys are the esteemed panel and the judges of this event. This is the first ever event of the Pug Olympics, Parkour Pug Olympics. So we're going to watch some fun videos of some pugs parkouring,
Parkour.
and we're going to
Oh my
rate them. So,
Hank the pug.
so the
Hell
first
yeah.
one is Hank the Pug. We're going to see how Hank does it. So we're going to watch the video. I want you guys to, on your boards, you got your board right here. So you
okay.
get this one, Nick and Bjorn, you get to share one. And I guess, what is it, a 1 through 10 rating system for the Olympics? Is that how that works?
Yes. Let's say that's how it works.
1 through 10. 1 being you should stick to your day job, Hank the Pug, or 10, keep inspiring other pugs around the world to
10.
parkour. So here's the first video, and we're going to try to get past some of these commercials. But here we go.
Oh, that was-
instant replay. We're going to instant replay. Oh,
Wow.
man.
Wow.
Oh, no,
You
we're
were
gonna-
Backboard.
Really sideways
There we
on
go.
that wall.
So that's Hank the Pug.
Naughty.
And one more for, there it is.
Damn.
Okay, so you guys want to write down what your thoughts were on Hank the Pug's performance?
I am conflicted right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I got an answer.
1 being lowest, 10 being highest.
10 being perfection, perfect score. 1 being,
Okay.
I hope you have a better job, like chasing squirrels.
Ooh.
So Hank the Pug.
I peeked at Nick's answer.
All right, let's start with Nick here with what your score was.
Okay, so love pugs,
Mhm.
hate parkour. That's where the conflict was happening.
Oh.
I felt like, it is a pug, not a human being.
Mm-hmm.
Pugs can't be douchebags.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's impossible. We know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And that was actually pretty cool what it was doing, how it actually had all 4 paws on that wall. I mean, that gate was also like, what, 2.5, maybe 3 feet?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so my final score is 6.89.
Okay, I like that.
Out of a 10.
6.9.
Not,
Very nice.
not too high up there, but
Okay. So Saul, maybe he'll get a bronze.
yeah.
Maybe.
It was decent.
Decent. Okay. Decent performance.
For the breed. It was, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I like it. Who's next? Who would like to go next?
All right. Well, yeah, we'll reveal mine. Whatever. We'll just reveal both of ours.
All
at the same
right.
time.
So,
So I gave a 9.
wow. Okay.
I was very impressed. Because that is a big jump, and he didn't even take a running start.
Yeah.
Like
That's true.
that
He
was,
just,
from that was from 0 to
Yeah.
wall.
yeah.
And I was very impressed with that. I want to see more moves, like maybe incorporate a little bit more to get the 10 from me.
Okay.
But
okay.
all 4 paws, like from floor to wall, and it's like twice his height. I was pretty impressed with that.
Yeah.
honestly.
Nice.
Yeah, I gave him an 8. Very similar comments to Bjorn. He definitely, if he wants the rest of the points, he needs a little more style.
Couple more.
Okay.
Very smooth though. I felt the smoothness of his jump. Really, it bumped him up a couple points for me.
Yeah, it looked like he had done that a ton of times.
Yeah,
He
it
was very
seemed like he
comfortable.
really. Yeah, he. It was
was
one
like-
fluid motion. There was
Yeah.
and no hesitation. He knew he was confident. And he made the jump and executed. I will say he could have gained more points if he'd gone up and over the middle. I felt
Okay.
like it was just a little bit of a cop out going off the backboard.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
know, if he'd like
Oh.
hopped up and over the middle like a bunny, that would I'd have given him at least a 9 for that. But
Okay.
as it was, nice smooth jump
Yeah, it was
off the
smooth.
backboard. That's an 8.
When you're adopted, okay, let's say you adopt like an adult pug. Are there stats like what's this dog's vertical leap?
Yeah.
You know? 'Cause he's
I
not
do
right.
want to know my
Yeah.
pug's vert. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a really important stat.
Yeah.
How
for
many
me.
rolls of toilet paper stacked can it jump
Yeah.
over?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna need a full athletic profile of the pug.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
need to know.
Why don't people do that?
It's like
a
a draft.
It's like the NFL draft for sure. I want to know how many yards he ran for.
I did see a really cute video of a pug sprinting through an airport on Instagram the other day. I don't know
Aw.
what the context was. It was like a pug with a page,
Mm.
but it was like a black pug and it was kind of fat, but it was just like sprinting through an airport. It brought me a lot of joy. Honestly.
Adorable.
Yeah.
Adorable. Speaking
right.
of black pugs, are we ready for the
Yeah.
second competitor?
Mm-hmm.
We've got a nice little short.
All right.
Uh-huh.
What?
Okay.
Okay.
So he's up on.
Oh.
He's
Uh,
just on the counter.
Okay. Now he's
Okay.
just on the counter. So
Okay.
That's
just-
it?
It's a simple move. Just a 2-level jump.
Floor to the couch to the counter.
And they did preface this, but this is his first time in the Pug Parkour Olympics.
Mm.
So
Okay.
he is learning. He is learning. So
Okay.
what do you all think of that?
Who's going first?
Let's start
we
with
we're
let's start with
rating?
Nick.
I gave him a
What's
1.
your a 1? Okay.
I gave him a 1. He sucks.
Oh.
He
Yeah.
didn't. He had no talent. He sniffed out a treat,
Yeah.
which is what freaking God programmed him to do.
Yeah.
He has no talent at all. He didn't even like he cautiously approached
Yeah.
the
It's
table.
about
Yeah.
speed. It's
Little
about speed.
timid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, if you're going up on the kitchen table, you know you're doing wrong. You either do it like you're, like you mean business,
Mm-hmm.
or you don't. But he just kind of pussyfooted around,
Yeah.
sniffed around,
Mm-hmm.
then went up there and ate a treat. There's nothing athletic about his performance
Yeah.
whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He really has a long way to go
Wow.
if he's going to make the cut. If
Wow.
if he really wants this,
Yeah.
he's gonna need to grind. He's gonna need to get up
gonna have to
early
grind.
like The Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's gonna have to rise and grind every day.
Rise
Yeah.
and grind.
Is
gonna
his
have to-
head in the game? Like that's
His
what
head
I'm not
did
sure
not
about.
seem
yeah.
like it was in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good foundation for sure, but
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
he had the idea, but plenty of people can do, they can do the moves or
Mhm.
whatever.
Yeah. This
But
this rookie might
I
not be
don't
able to take the
think-
heat.
yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
he's great.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think he has the it factor.
That is
Yeah.
fair.
Well, yeah. In college, he was putting up some pretty decent stats, but ever since he went pro,
Yeah,
I think there's been a
I
lot of
think he's
stresses in
more
his
of a
life.
practice
Yeah.
squad
Yeah.
type
Is he a
of
draft
guy.
bust? Maybe.
yeah, draft bust. I don't know. Who
Busts
knows?
of the draft.
Well, we hope he still has a long career ahead of him, and we see what happens.
Yeah.
What did you all think about him?
I also gave him a 1.
Oh, man,
I
that's
felt
gotta hurt.
I felt like you could see at the beginning of the video, he jumps up onto one of those pillows that's like clearly covered in like a dog safe covering.
Yeah.
So he's allowed to do that all the time. It's just like he's probably hanging out up there and then he just goes up onto the table, which
Yeah. That's a big no-no.
I mean, I've caught my dog, but I used to have to push the chairs in because if you didn't do that, he would just eat everything that was on the table of my house. And I think also because I've seen my pug do better moves than Bucket. Bucket's done much better. But he's got a little Boston in him, so
Yeah.
maybe he's got a little bit of that, that
Okay.
edge over a full pug.
Okay. Fair.
But yeah, I gave him a 1.
I also was not very impressed. I gave that dog a 3.
Wow, okay.
So I thought maybe, like I said, I think there is a good foundation there.
There's a lot of
so
potential.
There is some potential. He does kind of seem like a bust, but he was very cute. Cute dog. He just wanted those damn treats.
Yeah.
So he was very good at being a pug. So that's the athleticism was less, but him being a pug, cute pug, yeah, that gave him a couple extra points.
All right. Very good. Well, let's check out the final contender.
Okay.
To place for medal. We've got one last video.
What's the name of this? Ooh,
And it's a
slow
slow
motion.
Slow motion.
Slow motion. With
Notice the tail,
Mm-hmm.
just hard
how it
curl.
balances.
Oh boy! Oh my God!
Oh, man, look at that.
And he's chonky too. He's
Yeah.
a chonky boy.
Whoa.
So he jumped onto a cabinet off the wall, all 4, and then back.
Yeah, let's we're going to watch it again so you guys can really get a good opinion on this.
But not over a fence.
But technically off a wall is still parkour.
It
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
technically a little bit of a wall run.
We are looking at technical points, judges.
I
Boom.
Wow.
He looked like he almost didn't stick that landing. That landing looked a little precarious. Where he's like, "Oh boy, oh boy."
Oh my God. That leap is so good.
Pugs are very treat motivated.
Yeah.
As you can see.
They should do a silhouette of that leap for like the new Jordan.
Oh,
logo.
yeah. No, he actually just signed a contract with Converse.
Are you sure?
Yeah, so he's going places. But
Wow.
what did
Okay.
you all think? Let's start with Bjorn.
All right. I gave him a 5.
A 5, okay.
Because he did get all 4. It's very cute. Good execution. Nice Jordan going in. But not as good as going over the fence. I feel like going over that fence, that was like a big, I don't know. I think that first one really set the bar high for it. And so just off the wall was I was less. So
Yeah.
5,
Okay.
but still into it.
Fair enough. Nick, thoughts?
I went with a 2.
A 2? Oh,
I was
man,
unimpressed.
You're tough.
Okay.
I was. Well, this is his promotional material. So I'm
Okay.
assuming that this is the best he has
Yep.
to offer.
That's the best he has.
And so he did a few things wrong. The environment he chose, suboptimal. You could
Okay.
tell he had no traction whatsoever. He
Yep.
was slipping and sliding.
Mhm.
Yep.
It's like if you're gonna send in
I'm
the
gonna
promo,
Yeah.
you got to get the environment on point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm doing the
Go to
sort
a
of
climbing
like
gym.
football on here right
No,
now.
go to the wall leap.
Okay,
This
we're
is
going to
where he
wall.
really lost me.
Okay, we're gonna go right here.
Yeah, right here. So
Okay.
he starts clean.
Okay.
He's got his eye on the target.
That looks good. Okay.
Watch him in the air. Okay, once he hits the wall, is where it starts to go south.
Okay, so this is good.
This is all good.
But this is where.
But watch this. He takes his eye off the ball, and he realizes that he's in too far, and he gives up way too soon.
Oh, that's
He
the moment right
completely
there.
lost track
Yep.
of the objective.
Okay.
And so this pug is not. He doesn't have. Once again, he just doesn't have the drive that's necessary for my team.
Gotcha. Okay. Makes sense.
I draft peak athletes.
Okay,
And
that
he
makes-
just, it's a fun try. I could
Yeah.
see him doing this for a hobby,
Yes.
but I
Okay.
just don't think he's got what it takes.
Oh,
Okay.
Gosh, I'm so sorry. This just in. I just got word he failed the drug test. So he is disqualified.
What
He is
damn
officially
drug did he
disqual-
have in him?
THC, some traces of
That
THC.
makes sense.
And
A little stoned.
yeah, and Beneful Rachel Ray. That's also
Okay.
not appropriate. But we'll continue with the the scores.
The
Let's just
scores.
Well,
continue
this
scoring.
is new information. I would
Yeah.
have given him a 0.
Yeah.
'Cause we hate drug use here.
Your ethics
Pugs,
committee
not drugs.
frowns upon that.
Pugs on drugs.
Okay, I feel that this actually was pretty athletic. Okay, look at 2 feet planted, solid.
Yeah.
Front feet off, back feet
Gives
still planted.
Yeah.
I don't think the objective was to get to the top of the counter. I think he was just going for that on, quick off. So I am rating that pug 6.87.
Ooh.
I I liked the takeoff.
Yeah.
Like I said, make a silhouette. That's like the NBA logo right there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Jumping pug, Olympic, whatever it turns out
Yeah.
to be. So the takeoff, great. The desire. Look at the desire
Yeah,
in
he's
that
hungry.
dog's eyes. Okay, big leap, feet planted. They don't
Yeah.
move until there, but then the back feet are planted,
Yeah.
and then he just springs off. He jumps up,
Yeah.
it takes the impact, jumps off. Then his back feet, they are solid on the wall, which is, and like Nick said, it's like stainless steel. How's he hanging on to that?
Yeah, that's
But
crazy.
then he pushes off, flies down. I don't think he got a treat, but look at the desire.
Yeah,
Couple jumps.
This dog, he wants it.
yeah, he wants it.
So I do think that the fence, the first pug jumped over, I do think that was more impressive.
Yeah,
But this is also extremely athletic.
yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah.
I also, just a side note, if I was to do this same thing with my Boston Terrier, she would just effortlessly jump all the way onto the counter. It's no wall jump, no wall help. It would just be the most graceful, just jump all the way onto the counter, because I've seen her make some jumps that are like this high.
I'll try and train her to do that before I leave tomorrow.
Oh my God, please don't.
Bjorn, what was your score? Did we?
We did mine.
we did yours.
we?
Yeah, I
we
think
did everybody's
we've got
score?
all
Yeah,
of
I
us.
did a 5.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, what was yours? On that
Well,
one?
6, 8, 7.
6, 8, 7.
Oh, Paul, what was
Oh,
yours?
I,
Did you
I
have
would
one?
actually. I give this a perfect 10.
Oh
Perfect
my
10.
Perfect
Ooh,
10.
why?
Here's why. Here's why. This is the moment. No hesitation. He's in it 100%,
Yeah.
unlike the previous dog. And he did a swim off the wall move, which is actually unheard of. That hasn't been seen on TV since the 1970s.
Dang.
Look
This
at this. This is look. It's
A
right
retro
here.
move from the 70s?
He does
Yeah.
the off the wall underwater spin.
Oh, it's an
Jump.
It's an it's an homage.
It's an homage to when the swimming pug competition was going on in the 70s. So this is definitely this is a rare moment for pug parkour
Yeah.
history that we're just witnessing here, folks. So it's unfortunate that he can't qualify for a medal
Because of the drug
because of the
failure.
drug failure.
It's got many a great
And he was
swimmer.
blood doping too.
He was blood doping too. So, but anyway, my hats off to you. I think we have a winner. Do we have a winner based on all the points?
Yeah, I think we would.
I think we do. And our and the gold medal goes to
Oh, Hank. The
Easy
over the-
money for
Hank?
Hank. I mean,
Like, look at that.
look at this.
From standing. Oh, he does have carpet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it looks like
but
a mat.
like
that
I
could
said, he
possibly
set up
slip.
his
Like
environment.
look at this. Hank,
That is.
you get gold.
Ooh.
Hank for the gold. And look at that.
Damn.
Look
so
at that.
high.
Wow.
A part of parkour is determining which environment is optimal for what
Yeah.
you need to
True.
do.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Mhm.
he picked the carpet, which
He
gives
picked
him
it.
Wall run.
gives him good traction.
See, I feel like the stainless steel though, that's like this is like a V5. The stainless steel, that's like a V8.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, but
a lot less
Like
friendly.
Tomato juice.
Not quite.
Like, what's a V8?
Yeah, what's the
It-
V for?
Yeah, what's the, is that
It's
for,
like
like, a
0 to
climbing?
like 10. Or
Is that like
11.
the
0 is
difficulty
like-
rating for
yeah.
climbing?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
So like the free solo guy, that's a 10.
That's above and beyond.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
That's off the
At
scale.
the gym, it's like 0.
They
0 is like a
couldn't-
ladder. 10 is like what the?
There's no gym with El Capitan on it.
no, not anymore.
Not anymore. That'd be such ridiculously huge. It's just a skyscraper
Yeah.
with like a climb. That
Yeah.
fuck. It's
Just
my-
one route.
First
That's
time?
it, all the way up.
After the first day, they could not afford the legal
Like the
team
Burj
anymore.
Khalifa was the inside of it.
They built that whole building just to put a climbing gym.
Yeah.
On the inside.
All right, that completes the Pug Parkour Olympics
Ooh,
2023.
I love
So
it. That was
congratulations,
fun,
Hank,
yeah.
Hank the Pug.
We saw some talent.
Very talented. Very talented.
All right, Nick, Nick Weber, do you have anything you wanted to plug or anything before we get out of here?
No. I don't. I've been watching Seinfeld reruns and we just finished it. So watch Seinfeld on, I guess, Netflix,
Some
yeah.
platform that it's on.
Yeah, good thing to let the people know about. Slept on show.
exactly. Yeah.
Nobody knows about it.
Extremely
Kind of little
underrated.
unknown gem, a little hidden gem.
Yeah, real underground.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Like, we should start doing like recommendations. You know what other show? Not a lot of people know about this. You should check out The Office. Not a lot of people know about it.
What?
Kind of a little unknown gem.
I don't like dramas.
Hidden.
Wait,
Yeah.
what is it?
Or Days of Our Lives. That's another little hidden gem.
Handful of episodes. You can
Handful of
get through it pretty quick.
14,000 episodes.
Yeah, not bad.
All right, Paul, you want to take us out?
Yeah. Be sure to like and subscribe. I hope we hope this was a really great time. We had sure had fun. We found out that Bjorn loves pugs. Nick hates parkour, maybe. And pugs love parkour. And we actually have a new sponsor. It's Puppy Canvas, which is going to sponsor our show. And they do want to point out that they're not okay to be using for the Pug Parkour Olympics. So they will not be part of that due to the recent scandal.
Oh,
Okay. It's like an off-season kind of thing?
Yeah, it's an off-season. For the off-season, Puppy Cannabis.
Helps with recovery.
Yeah, helps with recovery. Not during. Not during.
not during events.
They're still investigating this, but
Well, I
yeah.
hope they get to the bottom of it.
Yeah, they will. Hopefully. That's all I have. That's all.
All right. Please like and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. And yeah, we'll see you next week. Thanks. Bye.